man is back.
Oh, again, boys! Oh my gosh, the ring got messed up! This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But look at that, my God!
This is your boy.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary video gameplay for you guys. I'm starting to catch up with this now, so hopefully I can drop 3 videos this week. I already dropped one already regarding the whole Drake situation. Now, we're going to tackle another topic where the ramifications of that topic will be shown this coming Thursday at 7:30, well, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm talking about the Game Awards. Yes, the Game Awards are back for another year. And it's been on it's been through some controversy over the years. Every time it has it, whatever the case may be, for whatever reason. This year is going to be crazy. Now, I'm not going to go over all the categories because that's not important regarding what I'm talking about in this video. I'm going to talk about, well, there's other categories that this is a part of, but we are focusing on one category, ladies and gentlemen, and that is Game of the Year. So, let me read you guys the nominees. We got Astrobot. We got Balatro, how you pronounce that joint? B-A-L-A-T-R-O. We got Black Myth Wukong, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Yeah, that's a DLC. So, ladies and gentlemen, a DLC is nominated for Game of the Year. But if we were to continue on to the next category, because votings are still available as me recording this video, and by the time this video drops, voting should still be available. Best Game Direction. It's the same 6 games. Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. Next category, what is this one? Let's see. This is Best Narrative. Okay, it's not here, so we're going to skip it. How about Best Art Direction? Oh, here it is. There's 5. We got Neva, Metaphor, ReFantazio, Black Myth Wukong, Astrobot, and Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. So that's 3 right there. Okay, what's the next category? Best Score in Music. Okay, it's not here. We're going to move on. How about Best Audio Design? Okay, it's not here. We can move on. In Best Performance, so these are involving voice actors and actresses. It's not here, so we can move on. Innovation and Sensibility is not here, so we can move on. Games for Impact is definitely not here, so we're going to move on. Best Ongoing, not here, definitely. Best Community Support, definitely not here. It's not a Best Independent Game, so we can move on. It's not an indie game, Best Debut Indie Game, so it's not here. Best Mobile Game is not a mobile game. Best VR/AR is not a, it don't qualify here pretty much, so we're going to move on. Best Action Game, not here, so we're going to move on. Best Action and Adventure, not here. We're going to move on. RPG, here it is. There it is right there. Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, rather. Alongside with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Dragon's Dogma 2. So there it is. It got 4. It's a part of 4 categories at least. But let's keep it moving though. After RPG, as it's taking a route to load up. But basically what I'm getting at is this, while this thing is loading up. It is nominated. A DLC is nominated. This is Best Fighting Game, obviously not a fighter. It's not family game. It's not a sim nor a strategy game. It's not a sports racing game, obviously. It's not, it doesn't have, well, I'm not going to say have multiplayer because I don't know. I'm not going to say. It's not an adaptation. And then we got anticipated games. That's next year. And then they move on to content creator, esports game, esports athlete, esports team. And then player's voice. So, okay. Oh, the player's voice. So who do we think was Game of the Year? And it's here. Alongside with Black Myth Wukong, Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero. So it's here. So that's 5 categories right there. And then that's it. So out of all these categories, it is a part, it's a part of 5 categories. And you probably been wondering, why? It's a DLC. Why is a DLC having all these nominations? Well, let's go to an article posted by Eurogamer.net. And this was done on November the 17th. So check this out. The Game Awards have confirmed that DLC remakes, and remasters are all eligible for all categories of its awards, including Game of the Year, with shortlists expected to be announced the next day, November the 18th, which is Monday. The Game Awards website FAQ page has been updated to confirm TGA judges now consider expansion packs, new game seasons, DLCs, remakes, and remasters as eligible for consideration. And then there's an update here. The Game Awards has clarified that while the public announcement of this were recently added to its website, there has been no specific change in rules behind the scenes. While unusual, in 2016, The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine expansion was nominated and won for Best RPG. Okay, so that's it for the update. Let's move on. The Game Awards aims to recognize the best creative and technical work each year, irrespective of the format for that content's release. The website now says expansion packs, new game season DLCs, remakes, and remasters are eligible in all categories if the jury deemed the new creative and technical work to be worthy of a nomination. Factors such as the newness of the content and its price/value should be taken into consideration. End quote. This means that remakes like Silent Hill 2 remake could be in contention, as well as DLC like Elden Ring's The Shadow of the Erdtree, which got 5 nominees. And actually, Silent Hill 2 remake have a few as well. Elden Ring won the Game of the Year, the TGA Game of the Year award in 2022, so this is 2 years ago. It also means games with seasonal content like Apex Legends, Destiny, and other live service games are also eligible, even if the base game itself released several years ago. Last year, Baldur's Gate 3 secured the top award, with Alan Wake 2 snapping up several awards too. The Game Awards 2023 broke its own viewership record, clocking up around 118 million live streams. With 103 million global live streams in 2022, that's a 15% year-on-year increase for the show. Okay, so what are my thoughts on this? I don't know. But so let's talk about Elden Ring's The Shadow of the Erdtree. I never played the game, but based on what I've been hearing about it, people are calling it like, yo, it's somewhat like a brand new game. In terms of like the amount of content that's in this game, it's somewhat like a brand new game. That's what people are saying about it. So if the contents of the expansion packs, new game seasons, the DLCs, the remakes, well, okay, minus the remakes and the remasters. So really we talk about the expansion packs, new game seasons, and DLCs. If the amount of content that are included in those are the equivalent of a brand new game, so if like we talking about like more likely is action adventure or RPG, something along those lines, where it's normally a first player game, something like that, where you're looking at least 4 hours. I mean, I can't really dispute why it should not be nominated. But if we're talking about like, and this is mostly gonna be true with like new game season, if we talk about something that's like 50 minutes, that shouldn't be Game of the Year worthy, or it shouldn't be worthy of any nomination. Because to me, that makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. Now, in terms of remakes and remasters, okay, here's the thing about those. Now, Final Fantasy VII, which is a remake, that's different. Remakes I have no problem with, because now, but based on my stretch of the definition, a remake, you are remaking the game from scratch. Like, you know, a remaster is you taking a game that already came out and you updating it, you know, in terms of the graphics and stuff like that. A remake is one thing. I can't hate on remakes. I have no issues with remakes. Remasters, on the other hand, this is where things get interesting. I'm like, I don't know. I'm on a fence with that, because it's like, yo, the game came out already. It came out a long time ago, and they just updated the graphics, and that's it. That's not much change. So you're probably saying, why should that be nominated? But at the same time, if the game is that good to the point where people are still playing it, and they demanded a remaster, and they came out with a remaster, and people love it, I mean, then why not? So, looking at it, I can understand why people be mad at this, but at the same time, it's like, overall, I have no problem with it, to be honest. I have no problem with it at all. The only thing about the DLCs, the new game seasons, and the remakes, I mean, not the remakes, and the expansion packs, that you gotta place a limit on like how much content it got to have in order for it to be nominated for something. Like, in my opinion, if it's at least 4 hours of content within the expansion pack, new game season and DLCs, I had no problem with it. Go ahead. So basically, if this stuff is the equivalent of a brand new game, I had no problem with it. Remakes and remasters, I had no problem with them. So at first I thought I would have issues with it, but then I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I can see them being nominated if it's really good. So I had no problem with it. I had no problem with it at all. Now, what I will say is this, there should be a category for like best DLC of the year, best season of the year, best expansion pack of the year, and stuff like that. That should be a category. But outside of that, I have no problem with this at all. So that's my thoughts on this. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the possibility of a DLC being nominated for 5 categories and could potentially winning them. One of them being Game of the Year. So let me know. I'm going to call it a wrap now. And with all that said, y'all know this is boy New Jay Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.